What's up guys, it's Instinct here, and today I'll be showing you guys how to do this BOOLED logo effect in Cinema 4D. If you guys want some free materials and a free Lightroom, then go ahead and join my Discord, where you guys can go ahead and get access to my store to get some free materials and a free Lightroom. And if you guys want this project file, you guys can go ahead and get it for free only on my Patreon, so become a Patreon member and you guys get all my project files completely for free. With all that being said guys, let's jump right into the tutorial. Okay, so to start off, what you guys want to do is you guys want to go to File and go to Merge, and then go ahead and select an AI. If you guys do not have an AI, I'll leave a link in the description on how you guys can go ahead and make your own AI. So for me, I'm going to go ahead and do the phase logo, which is right here. Go ahead, click open, and then just go ahead and click OK. From here, what you guys want to do is go to coordinates, and then go ahead and put the X at 0 and the Y at 0. From here, what you guys want to do is you guys want to go ahead and hold down right here and get an extrude. From here, what you guys want to do is put the spline in the extrude with the arrow pointing down, just like this. Go ahead and click the extrude, go to caps, and go to start and end, and change these both to fillet caps. Then go ahead and change the steps to 6, and then the radius to 3, and then the steps to 6, and then the radius to 3 once more, just like that. Now one thing we can do is go to object and then go ahead and put this at, I'm going to go ahead and do 40. I did 60 before, but I'm going to go ahead and do 40 this time. So what you guys want to do is you guys want to go ahead and duplicate this extrude, Control C, Control V, and then go ahead and put this at 10 centimeters or divide it by 4. And then from here, what you guys want to do is go ahead and type in 5 on the Z, and that should center it completely in the middle, but we forgot to go ahead and change our caps. So what we want to do is go back in our caps on the new extrude, and then go ahead and type in 6 for the radius. Essentially, you just want to double it. And then I'm going to go ahead and change this to 10 or 15, I believe is in the middle. Yes. So that's my setup for the logo. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just throw material on it. Now, if you guys want these exact materials, they are not currently released yet. I'm still working on this pack. I'll finish it up in about a week or two. But yeah, you guys can go ahead and get like 100 or so materials in a couple weeks when I release this pack. So go ahead, stay tuned for that if you guys want this exact pack. So I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and put this Mecha Blue, I believe it's this one, on the logo, just like that. And then go ahead and click Cubic and Seamless. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab the silver one, which is right here. And go ahead and put this on the extrude, just like this, Cubic and Seamless. And then one thing you guys can do is go ahead and increase the length of U, and this will just kind of like make the texture a little bit bigger. So I like going with 300, but definitely experiment with your material. As you guys can see, this kind of makes it just a little bit bigger, and it also helps make it a little bit more seamless. Yeah, so you guys don't have to do that with the second one. I only do it with the first one, or like the main one. But yeah, so what we want to do now is we want to go ahead and actually I'm gonna name this small, or yeah, just go ahead and name that small. I'm just gonna name this one main, just to make this a little less confusing. So from here, what we want to go ahead and do is go ahead, hold down right here, and get a cylinder, and then rotate this 90 degrees right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and make mine 60 centimeters. So type in 60 for the radius. The height is fine. The height segment we want 10. I'm going to change this to 10, and then the rotation segments we want 100. Alright, so from here, what we want to do is hold down right here and go ahead and grab a boole, and then put the cylinder into the boole, and then the main one into the boole as well, but put the main one over or on top of the cylinder. So just like this. And you guys should get this effect. So from here, I'm actually going to go ahead and go to the small boole, and I'm actually going to go ahead, or the small extrude, and I'm going to go ahead and change this and put it at 30, or yeah, 30 seems good. Yeah, so something like that. You just want to make sure it's at the back of the logo. Go with 40, whatever this depth is of your original one. And I actually made a mistake here, so I'm going to go ahead and fix that. I'm actually going to go ahead and increase this small one by 10. Just go ahead and type in 20, like that, and that way we should get a better looking logo. Just kind of move that like that. So now we should have a little bit more space in the circle here. And also, one thing I forgot to mention is if you guys go ahead and click the cylinder, if you guys drag the rotations down a bunch, you guys can actually get like different shapes. So you guys can get like a hexagon there, or like a square there, or a diamond. If you guys want like a different shape rather than a circle, you guys can definitely do that. If you're gonna do this out and get something like this. But I like a circle, so I'm just gonna go with 100 segments, just like so. So from here, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and copy this cylinder. So go ahead and hit Control-C, Control-V, and then go ahead and delete this material. Click the cylinder, go to caps, and then change these segments to 6. And then go ahead, actually that doesn't matter, we want the segments on the fillet to 6. And then go ahead and change this to like 3. That should look good. Something like this looks fine. And then we also want to go ahead and put this to like 30. We'll change this later on, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and hide this. So from here, what we want to do is go back into this main cylinder, the one that's cutting, the cutter, and to go ahead and click C, just like this. And I'm actually going to go ahead and hide the small extrude. And if we go to display and go to ground shadings, we should be able to see our geometry just like this. So what you guys want to do is just go ahead and move it until it's in the center, which for me it's already in the center, as you guys can see. So from here, what we want to do is go ahead and click this cube right here, and then go ahead and click UL and sequence, and this will bring up the loop selection tool. So once you guys have the loop selection tool, what you guys want to do is select this loop and then hold shift and select this loop. You want the loops that are in the middle of the logo, just like this, and then right click and then go to extrude inner and make sure preserve groups is checked. And if you guys go ahead and drag, you guys can go ahead and make these a little bit smaller, and you guys just want to go ahead and make it about split this into thirds basically. You guys want these 3 equal sizes, so just approximate it something like that, about 12. I'm just gonna go ahead and change this to 12, just like that. So from here, what you guys want to do is go to UL again, so type in UL in sequence, click the cylinder, and then these should be selected. And then what you guys want to do is right click while these are selected, go to extrude, and then extrude these inwards just like this. And as you guys can see, that will go ahead and bring this back. You guys can actually also extrude this outwards like this if you guys want. It's totally up to you. But for the example, I did it inwards, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it inwards. Just extrude it in a little bit, just like that. And if you guys go to display and go back to ground shading, and then click off, you guys can see what this does. And if you go to click this button, it just kind of brings this out a little bit. Go back to the display, go to ground shading, and click on the cylinder. And this is fine for me. And what you guys can do is basically repeat the steps. So right click, go to extrude inner, extrude this in a little bit more, just like this. Then right click, go to smooth shift, or you guys can go to extrude, it doesn't really matter. And then bring this in a little bit more, just like that. And there we go. So from here, what we can do is go to the edge tool. So go ahead, click it right here. Click UL and make sure you're selected on the cylinder. And then you guys should see the loop selection tool again. And what you guys want to do is you guys want to select this this edge right here. Hold shift, and then this will let you multi-select. And if you mess up a selection, let's say you select like this, and you don't know what to do, you can either hit Control Z, or you guys can hit Control and then click, and it will deselect. So just go ahead, select this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge, and then do the same for the other side. So go ahead, hold Alt to move the camera, then hold Shift, then select these 4 edges just like so, and then right click and then go to bevel. And then what we can do is just kind of drag this out a little bit like that. Make sure your subdivision is on 5. I'm actually going to bump it up to 6, and then we can get a nice bevel. So I'm going to hit Control Z and then bring this out just a little bit. Something like this should work. And then let go, you guys should get a bevel. And if you guys go to display and go to ground shading, you guys can see this. Also, if I delete the material off, you guys can see this a little bit better, what this is doing. So yeah, it just kind of gets this nice bevel, and it looks really clean. So I'm going to bring that back. And yeah, so we have the hard part done. From here it's just easy, so you guys can go ahead and chill now if that was a little hard for you. So go back to the cylinder, turn this on, and actually turn the small one on as well. And then we're gonna go ahead and increase this to something like 40, probably seems nice. And go ahead and for the height do 40, and then go ahead and move this back until it fits, which should be 15, I believe. 20 most likely. Yeah, go ahead and put this at 20, and this will perfectly touch the blue one. And if we go to our camera like this and render out and see this effect that we have. So from here, what you guys want to do is go ahead and duplicate the logo. So go to the Boole, and I named it main from earlier, hit Control-C, Control-V, and then what you want to do is go to the scale tool and scale this down a bunch until we get something like that. And then go ahead and move this out just like so. And I like increasing this a little bit more. I'm actually going to go back into the cylinder and decrease this because I want this logo to line up with this logo. And as you can see, the cylinder is lining up with the logo. So I like having the cylinder about the size as this, this bevel that we have going on here. So I'm going to go back into the cylinder, go to Object, and then go ahead and decrease the height. I'm going to put this at about 20, and that should be fine. Maybe even 15. Something like that. Looks nice. And just go ahead and select the main. I'm going to name this small logo. And then go ahead and move this back. I'm actually going to go ahead and click on the small logo and put this at like 10. And then just go ahead and line this up. You guys can go ahead and click this button right here, or you guys can just click your mouse wheel and then go ahead and click your mouse wheel again in the other window, and this will bring this up, and you guys can go ahead and line it up this way. That makes it a little bit easier. And click Object and then bring this up until it touches, so right about there, about 14 for me. And then you guys can go ahead and click this, the middle wheel, the mouse wheel again, and then go ahead and see the logo. I'm going to bring this down a little bit more, something like that. Scale this down a little bit more as well. And then go ahead and move it again. Something like this. Looks nice. There we go. Now, one last thing, I'm going to go ahead and select the small logo, hit Control-C, Control-V, and then what we're going to do is we're going to divide this number by 2. So what you guys can do is just actually, I'm gonna round this up to make it a little bit easier to 12. You guys could just hit /2 and it will divide by 2. But I don't like these numbers here. I just like clean numbers, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this at 6, just like this. And then go to caps and then double this again. Actually, I'm gonna go to the small one, like the main one again, and put this at 1 across the board, like this. And then go to this one, and then put this one at 2 across the board. This, and then go ahead and get our other material, so the blue one from before. And again, you guys can use any materials you guys would like. I'm just going to use my material pack, so it's really nice. I'm gonna go ahead and it's right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and drag this on the top one, and then go ahead and move this back. I'm gonna actually go ahead and decrease this a little bit, maybe like 3. And this one I just kind of eyeballed, so something like that looks quite nice. And then for the cylinder that we made earlier, this one, what I did for this one is I just went ahead and inverted it, so I did blue. So just go ahead and drag this in on again. Actually, I didn't use blue, I used I got the materials wrong, so I'm gonna just go ahead and invert these, just like this. No, not those ones. I'm gonna invert these ones. There we go. And then go ahead and put this, delete the cylinder one, and then go ahead and get the Mecha one, the iron one. Just right here. Keep it good seamless. There we go. So the last thing we need to do is go ahead and duplicate the small one that I have, this blue one right here. Control C, Control V, and then bring this back until it touches again. So about, it should be 20, so plus 20 should be about 65. A little bit more than that actually, because of the caps. Caps mess everything up. We can go ahead and click the scroll wheel, go back in here. You guys go ahead and line this up. It's actually lined up already. Just like that. And then go ahead and put the metal material back on there. Like this. And then we go ahead and drag it on like that. Keep it seamless. And yeah, you can actually make this a little bit bigger. About 40, I think. Like that. Yeah. Something like that. And we can go ahead and make this smaller one a little bit bigger as well. Maybe bump this up to like 40. And also, I forgot to mention on this one that we just duplicated. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. Go to the caps and then put this back down to 3, like that. And you have this effect. Just go ahead and grab this blue one, just right here. Which is right down here, and then go ahead and move this up a little bit, something like that. Yeah, and I believe that's it. Go ahead and click this button to render, and what you guys can do is go ahead and select the small extrude, hold shift, select the top extrude, hold alt and G, this will group it. And then go ahead and click the rotation tool, and you guys can rotate this all down at once. Get like some nice angles. Go ahead and click this button to render, and that's basically it. So if you guys like this tutorial, please make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what other tutorials you guys would like to see. And with all that being said, guys, Instinct signing out for now. Peace.